This one, I believe, is the outcast, the turkey that has been otherized. Now, over there is the 25. So last Tuesday, when that when we were hit by that atmospheric river of rain and high winds, all 25 of these turkeys were together. They were together here, including this one here. But after the rainstorm, it was only the 13. And see, this one here is also part of the 13. And so the 12, the other 12 turkeys, I believe, came from over that hill on the other side. And there's another valley on the other side of that hill. And I think that's where the 12 came from. Well, welcome, Chloe. Yeah, I am doing well. This is my pre-show. I hope that the internet's not pixelated because I had my the storm knocked out my internet for 7 days, or almost 7 days. So it was last Tuesday night until yesterday afternoon, and there's another big storm coming in tomorrow or tonight. So I'm going to assume that my internet's going to be knocked out again. Okay, so great. It looks nice to you. So I'm assuming, Chloe, that my internet is going to be not knocked out again tomorrow or the next day. I'm hoping that it will hold. I'm really hoping it will hold. Because then maybe I can do a live stream tomorrow afternoon on Christmas Eve while I'm cooking or doing something. But I'm going to be coming back on at like 4:30, 4:45 with Jeff. Welcome, Maria, and we're going to be doing the transhumanism, and this will be the part two. I introduced it like 2 weeks ago, and then Jeff was sick and he couldn't make it, so I just talked for an hour. Amazing that I did that. And then, so this is part two, and it'll be, oh, it looks like I'm fogging up the window here. And so we'll put it on that one there. And so he'll be doing part two. I need to start making dinner before I do that live stream, and that way it's all done when I get done at 6, and Mama and the dog won't be upset. Welcome, Maria. And how is Hershey doing? I was kind of wondering about Hershey, but that because she seemed to be pretty silent, but I'm sure she's still doing stuff. Yeah, I think I saw her name pop up in another live stream. But anyway, this is the lone turkey. This turkey either was okay. Good. I'm glad that she's doing as good as she can be. Either the turkey lives out there in that thicket out there, or gathers with the rest of the flock. I don't know. But this turkey is, I think it's starting to domesticate itself. That's kind of what I feel. Because it looks to the door, it looks to this house as it says, oh, this is a place where food comes from. And so it seemed to be smarter than the rest of the turkeys. But that might be why it's an outcast. But I think it's that white head that turkey has. So it's kind of like an albino turkey, but it's not like all white. And so, because turkeys are, they're kind of, they tend to otherize the outcasts, or whatever they considered, like there's some imperfection, or they're not like the other ones, and so they're very human-like. That's the one thing about turkeys that is really fascinating, and that's kind of why I kind of think that human beings get a lot of what we consider are sins from the animal kingdom. It's, like greed, or like this, for instance, otherizing members of the group. Welcome, Janet. Otherizing members of the group that, for some reason or another, don't fit in, and so turkeys do that. Wild turkeys do that, and I'm kind of wondering if these turkeys. Oh, okay. All right. All right, Maria. Um, yeah. And anyways, so you were just polishing all of Chloe's crystals. That's fun. But anyway, so we got that turkey down there. And I was just coming on for a minute to show you the outcast. This is the outcast. And you know what, Carts? These wild turkeys are very, very. I don't think that you would like it. I think you'd have to boil it for 3 days in order to even eat it, because these wild turkeys are just like solid muscle, and they have no fat on them, and just like a lot of wild birds, unless they're eating a lot of grain and so forth, they're not going to be all that tasty. And then there's also something else. There's something else, Carts, is that they're tough. Oh, and then these things are just loaded with lice. They have, at least that's what the one person I know who hunted one of these things is that yeah, is that they're loaded with lice. They're really tough. So it's kind of like chewing on a piece of bubble gum. If you've ever eaten a wild or bird that just ate the food that it can forage on the ground, because when I was a kid, we raised some geese, and they were really super tough. And it was not at all tasty. There was nothing tasty about a bird that is running around outside wild. So you think, because you have turkey, like you get it in the store and it tastes good, but that thing don't taste no good. So it's better watching these things, and I get more enjoyment out of watching these things, because see, it sees me here, and so it's looking at me and thinking, well, how come you didn't throw out a piece of bread, a snack? And so I have a snack. I think I'll just go do that, and I'll see if because it's probably not going to run away. All right. So we got this piece of bread here. Yeah, it's watching me. All right. So I'm going to... I'm going to do this. And we'll see if it likes it. It's a piece of raisin bread. I don't know. It's... Oh, look at all the other ones. They're coming. They see something happening. Look, they're coming in. They're coming in fast. And then oh yeah, look, they're running. Look at that. Look, they were just watching. They came in fast, and now the war begins. And yeah, the war of trying to get some of their own, and so that the one, see, and look at it. The one with the white head is a bit different than some of the others, because if we look at them now, other ones have white heads, and but most of them have these other color heads. They are kind of smart. They're smart for their own survival. They're very smart for their own survival. But when it comes to, like, trying to make it through that fence over there, and there's a hole under the fence there. But if they are like over there, they'll try to get through that fence, and they can't because there's no hole there, and so they'll be, going back and forth, and eventually they'll expend a shit ton of energy to fly over that fence. Now the neighbor still has apples on his tree, and so probably what they may do is go over his fence, and then they'll fly. One or two of them will fly up into a tree, and they'll knock apples down for everyone else to eat. So you got like one or two smart ones, and then all the rest of them. So your hens do that too, Janet? Yeah. But anyways, everything's been kind of picked over here. They don't like that cabbage that's on the ground. They don't like lettuce. They don't like cabbage. Even though they are omnivores, I think their preferences is for like insects and things like that. And they absolutely love apples. The apples, because the apples and fruit gives them tons of energy because they like that sugar. Just like you, just like me, we all like that sugar, don't you? That sugar, it hits the tongue, and then the next thing you know, yeah, they get stuck mentally, even though the exit is clear. Yes, that's exactly right. The exit is just like a foot away, but they can't see it. They just can't see it, and so then they expend all that energy to try to fly over it. So what this tells me that the 25 are here, which means that means is that there's a storm coming tonight or tomorrow, and these turkeys know there's a storm coming, and they're gathered all together in order to weather that storm. And I think that one of the reasons that one of the reasons why that one is here, it was born here. I think it feels relatively protected from the cougar because there are a lot of mountain lions that live in this. So anyways, that's that. 13 minutes of turkeys. And so that's all I got for you for right now. Come back in at 4:30, 4:40, 4:30-ish, 4:45 Pacific, or 7:45 Eastern for my the second part of my conversation with Tarot Ask Backwards on transhumanism. So I'm going to get ready to do that, and we'll see all the next time. Bye-bye for now, and thank you everyone for pushing the like button. And if you're new here, thank you for pushing the sub button, and I'll be back at you with something new and a lot more, something new anyways, something new. And so we'll see you later. Bye-bye.